Lee Child's explanation for Reacher's name proves why Alan Ritchson's casting is perfect. The solid reason why Lee Child named his character Reacher proves that Alan Ritchson is the perfect casting choice for the role. When Tom Cruise was first cast as Jack Reacher in the 2012 movie, Lee Child's readers could not help but feel disappointed because the actor just did not physically resemble the character. Despite the initial backlash, however, Tom Cruise did his best to do justice to the character with his acting forte, helping the film earn decent box office numbers and even spawn a sequel. Alan Ritchson's casting in Amazon's adaptation of Lee Child's books, in contrast, was received most positively because the actor looked the part. After seeing Ritchson adopt Reacher's mannerisms in the show's first seasons, viewers became even more content with his casting, establishing that only a few other actors would probably have been able to embody the character as well as him. A closer look at the origins of the name Reacher further reassures that Alan Ritchson is the perfect fit for the role. Lee Child's wife, Jane, helped him come up with the name Reacher. As Lee Child recounted in an interview via January magazine, he was struggling to come up with a name for his book's main character even after he had started writing his first Jack Reacher book, Killing Floor. However, a serendipitous incident at the supermarket helped him finalize the name of his book series and its titular character. When he and his wife were shopping at a supermarket one day, an old lady noticed the author's height, 6'4", 1.93 meters, and said, "You're a nice tall chap, could you reach me that can?" After hearing the lady, his wife, Jane, joked, "Hey, if this writing thing doesn't pan out, you could always be a reacher in a supermarket." That is when something clicked in Lee Child's head, and his wife's joke helped him realize that Reacher would actually be the perfect name for his character. Lee Child also revealed that Reacher, in many ways, serves as a throwback to how he was when he was a kid. Like Jack Reacher, he grew big very early, allowing him to rule the yard and never be scared or intimidated. He even waited for bullies on their way back home when they stepped out of line. Similar to Reacher, he would also never start fights, but often get involved in many. Despite breaking a lot of arms, however, he felt like he was on the side of the angels. Reacher was, more or less, a projection of the same feeling. Considering how the author drew on his own experiences to create the character, it is no wonder he decided to give him that name after someone else associated him with it. Reacher's name's origin story reveals why his height is vital to his characterization. Since Reacher is based on Lee Child's own experiences of being the big, moral guy throughout his life, he probably would not have even conceived the character if he himself did not have a towering presence and a strong sense of justice like Jack Reacher. Even the incident at the supermarket happened because the stranger who asked him for his help noticed he was tall enough to reach what she wanted. Although pondering over the what-ifs and what-nots can never be productive, would the stranger still have asked him for help if he was not physically imposing? Moreover, if the supermarket incident had never happened, would Lee Child's character, Reacher, still have the same name and be as well known today? Since many seemingly small yet cathartic moments of Lee Child's life have shaped Jack Reacher's identity in his books, it is essential for the character to be a reflection of how he has described them. Many factors make Jack Reacher an admirable protagonist. However, as Lee Child's real-life influences suggest, his height is among the most crucial elements of his overall personality. Not portraying him that way would, in some ways, be disrespectful to Lee Child's vision.